Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Inviting all of you to the video series of Expert in Python Automation using PyTest Playwright. My name is Rajesh. In this video, I am going to discuss about PyTest fixtures part 4. Next fixture is parameterized fixture. So this allows you to pass the parameter to the fixture. If you see the below example, here we can pass an array of parameters. So if you see params equal to within square bracket, two sets of data we have passed. So one is Rajesh 30 and another one is Alice 25. This fixture is going to return the test data to the test method. So here we have to use this parameter request so that this data will be passed to this test method, and finally we are returning parameter to the caller function. So this is how we have to use the parameterized fixture. Let me show you one example in VS Code. I'm going to remove some methods from here. This fixture I will convert to parameterized fixture. Param equal to within square bracket. Within bracket, I'll put two data sets. And Alice, 25. So we have to pass the request parameter for this. Then I am going to return this request param to the caller function. Request dot param. Okay. So this is now parameterized fixture. I am going to call this into the test function. I'll remove this py file. We will use only one. Here also I am removing the second function. So now we have to pass this fixture as a parameter here. So here I'll just print the names. Name colon sample data within square bracket. So we are going to use this name. So this is the first data. So we have to specify 0. Okay. And if you wanted to print the second one, age, to specify second column. So which means 1. Right? So I'm going to execute this test case now. See, it is printed. Both the data is printed. So the last fixture is yield fixtures. Yield fixtures are used to clean up the activities in Python automation. We call it as tear down. To implement the yield fixtures, we have to specify yield keyword instead of return keyword in fixture functions. In a fixture function, all the code returned before the yield keyword will execute at the beginning of the test based on the scope of the fixture. We already discussed about the scope. And the code written after the yield keyword will execute after the test function execution. If you see this example, this is the basic fixture and it is having the yield keyword in the middle. So before that, we can implement all the setup code, and after the yield keyword, we can implement the tear down code. As I explained, So before the yield keyword will execute before the test function execution. And once after the completion of the test function, then the remaining statement after the yield statement will execute. So here we have specified yield with a return value, and we can use this return value in the test functions. By using the yield fixtures, we can implement the setup and tear down logic very efficiently in Python automation. Okay, let me open the Visual Studio Code and show you how it works. Let's define the fixture first. So this time I'm going to use the function scoped fixture. So if we specify the function here, it is going to execute before all the functions. Scope equal to function. So now this request is not required. We are not going to use the return keyword. Instead, we are going to use yield. So I'll just say one print statement here. I'll say before yield. So then yield. So I'm going to return just one name, ask me permission. So after the yield statement, again, I'm going to print a message. I'll just say after yield called. I'll add /n. Now we are good with the fixture. So we defined the function fixture and we have added the yield statement also. Okay, so this is going to call as a setup and this is going to call as a tear down. So now we are going to use this fixture in our test function. Already that parameter is there. This time I'm not going to print this message. Instead, I'm going to print one common message. So test program executed called. Okay. So if we need, we can print that message as well. So print that return message. So I'll just say return value. We just have to print this message. That's it. So here we will be having the return value. So which means this ask me QA automation is the return value. Let me run this test case. See, first thing before yield is called. Okay, first message we got it, and after that it went to test function. Here we just printed the return value. So return value is ask me QA automation, and after that we printed this message. So test program called. And finally, we got the after yield called. So after completion of this method, it went back and printed this message. Here I am stopping this video. You can watch the continuation in PyTest Fixtures Part 5. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, please drop a comment. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with all my future videos. Stay connected with me for the next one.